What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Archspire, entitled The Lucid Collective. This is released on Season of Mist. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very science fiction-inspired, technical style of death metal. Think, if you will, to stuff like, let's say, maybe Spawn of Possession, or Origin, or even their countrymen in bands like Cryptopsy, First Fragment, or Beyond Creation. This band has a really, really good thing going for them. They had a debut album back in 2011 called All Shall Align, and that album really showcased a lot of the really good potential that this band really had. Something very natural about their sound. They weren't trying to be a modern tech death band for the sake of gloss and glitz and style. There's a lot of substance to their sound, and it sounded really good. Now we have this sophomoric effort from Archspire entitled The Lucid Collective. It's their second full length. It's 8 tracks, and it clocks in at around 34 and a half minutes in length. And this is a pretty short record, but with the songs that are on here, you could tell that this band has grown a lot since the first album, musically and just the overall sense of direction. It really, really sounds like this band knew how to step their game up. And with enough time, I believe Archspire could definitely be a band that could be a force to be reckoned with within the technical death metal worlds. I mean, this band has a really, really amazing sound to their craft, you know? I mean, the star highlight to me of this album is definitely the way the guitar work is being handled. It really, really sounds blistering. Very technical, a lot of good movement, a lot of great rhythms, a lot of great melodies in certain instances. The riff work shines very good. The technical moments stand out very, very good. I mean, tracks like Lucid Collective, Somnambulation, Plague of All, to even Seven Crowns and the Oblivion Chain. You just get some really, really in-depth detail going on with the guitar work. I think it's really, really amazing sounding. The solos sound really good. They definitely feel like there's a lot of heart and emotion behind them. I really, really am appreciating this guitar performance. The bass guitar sounds really, really good too, and it sounds like one of those kind of bass guitars you would hear on, let's say, something like maybe a Spawn of Possession or Obscura record. You hear that almost fretless, gliding sort of bass sound going on, and I think it really, really brings out the best of this album's sound. I really love the way this bass guitar sounds. You definitely hear it perfectly within this album's mix. It doesn't try to battle with the guitar. It definitely flows and moves along nicely with it. Just the sound of the bass guitar sounds really, really smooth, and I love that. Moving on to the drums now. I really, really love this drummer. He knows exactly how to pull off a technical death metal drum performance. And I'll be honest with you, the drum performance to me kind of reminded me a little bit of that one album from the Faceless. I'm trying to think, Planetary Duality. The drum performance kind of reminded me of that a little bit, but it felt more natural sounding. It didn't really sound clicky or, or robotic. It felt very, very real from the heart. Just the snare tone is just excellent sounding. I love the way the snare is on this album and in this production and mix. It's a very clean sounding drum performance, but it handles itself so beautifully. The fast blast beats, the double bass sounds terrific. The quick fills and rolls definitely go fly by very nicely. It's a very, very excellently paced drum performance, and I love what's going on here with the drums. Notice again how I say it reminded me of that one Faceless record, but this drum performance on the Lucid Collective feels very natural sounding, and I enjoy that very, very greatly. I love a natural sounding drum performance on a technical death metal record. Of course, in some instances you would hear drums have some assistance of some kind, but I feel that there's no real sort of assistance when it comes to the drum performance here. It all feels right, it all feels natural, and it is done very, very superbly. And now we move on to the vocals. Really, really good vocal patterns, a lot of good interplay between very mid-range to low guttural kind of vocals, definitely an understandable vocal performance. This guy really delivers his vocals at a very, very fast speed. He kind of feels like a wordsmith when it comes to delivering the lyrics and the words that he says. It just goes by so smoothly. It goes by very fast. And definitely it's something you can nod your head to anytime he starts to talk or gives out vocals. I think it's a really, really amazing, amazing vocal performance. I really wish this album went on a little bit longer. Kind of feels like it ends too quickly, but for what's being done here, I think this is a quality tech death release. Yeah. Overall, if you're into stuff like Origin or Cryptopsy or Spawn of Possession, Archspire are definitely a band to be looking out for. They will be a force to be reckoned with, and hopefully they get more exposure as time goes by. So, this is technical death metal you should definitely be supporting and giving a shot to. If I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say the opening track, Lucid Collective, Somnambulation, Plague of All, Fathom Infinite Death, the instrumental track that's on here, Kairos Chamber, and the closing track, Spontaneous Generation. Really, really amazing track. I love the shift change in that one particular track at the end. It's a different sound, and then it gets a little faster. I really, really appreciate the originality going on there. I'm going to leave you a link in the description box to the Bandcamp page for Season of Mist, where you can stream this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. Buy it digitally if you care to. This album is available in CD and 12-inch vinyl formats. Get it however way you are able to get it. So, again, the album is the Lucid Collective by Archspire. This is released on Season of Mist. Definitely support this, and I'm going to give this a very strong 8 out of 10. Really, really awesome tech death release, and definitely something that could get better and better with multiple listens. So, support Archspire. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for joining my channel, and until the next time, Army Ho out.